Passion Twist Killer here, and this is a PSA. I am a mom first, and this is a PSA to all black men out there right now. Us, me, the one who represents your mom, your sister, your daughter, your niece, your cousin, we need the black man's presence right now, today. Let me tell you something. The amount of young girls that are being attacked, that are being assaulted, that are being followed, that are being snatched, that are being kidnapped, that are being taken for sex trafficking. Do you know why it's so high? Because these predators are not seeing a male presence. Men, black men, I am pleading with y'all. This is a PSA. Get back to picking up your daughters from school. They're not seeing men at the bus stops. They're not seeing men at the train stations. They're not seeing men waiting outside for women to come home and take bags for them to see, oh, I can't pray on that one because she's with him. Oh, I can't pray on that one. Her father just walked up. These men are not seeing men around. This is not happening by accident. And enough is enough. This is crazy. I just spoke with a personal client of mine who was followed by someone. Every day this week, there has been a new story in my own area about a young girl who's either tried to be snatched, was snatched, or followed in some form or shape or fashion. This is crazy. We have to get black men on the street. These predators are men. They're men. They're preying on women because they see us helpless. When they're pulling up to these schools, they're seeing single moms picking up all the children. They need to see some fathers popping up at the schools, throwing them off, throwing the enemy off, throwing off the attack that he came out to prey on your daughter and your niece and your cousin and your godchild. You understand? This is different. Fellas, I need y'all to hear me. I'm coming to y'all as a mom, as a sister, as a friend, as whatever it is. The day, see, let me tell y'all something. The day you get the call is when it gets real to you. But what you don't understand is, it's just a matter of seconds before you can get that call. So how about this? Pop up at that train station and pick your niece up from school. Pull up to that school. If you passing your somebody you know go to school, let me tell you something. Right now, I was already starting a campaign about being a great human. And right now, we need all the great humans we can possibly find. If you see one of your homeboy daughters walking home from school and you're walking the way that they're walking, walk next to that young lady. Confuse the enemy. Confuse the whole attack. If you see a young girl you know that you saw grow up and you saw this young lady grow into a young woman and you see, you know what? If I was somebody and I walked by and saw her standing here, let me stand here a couple minutes and watch her get on this bus. If you know people are leaving your presence late, make sure you're texting people, asking them, are you home safe? Teachers, if you're doing things with your students after school, make sure you're texting them and making sure they got home safe. Please, guys, like seriously, this is a public service announcement. It is a plea. As a mom, as a mentor, as a daughter, as a sister, as a godchild, as a child of God, we have to look out for each other right now. It's real out here. It's real. And the enemy not playing with us, and he's sure not playing with our children. If you see kids walking alone, baby girl, where you live? Where you going? You live across the street? Okay, I'm going to walk you to this corner. You don't want to be weird because you don't want to now seem like a creep too, but you can do something safely in a way. I'll watch you walk across the street. I'll watch you walk into your building. We have to become great humans. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Every day, a new story. This is ridiculous. Fellas, go pick up your wife from that train, bro. Go get your wife. Go get your girl. Go pick up your daughter. If you know you got little cousins and nieces out here and they always in a certain area, pop up on them when they coming home. Start having these kids get in the house at a certain time. This ain't about being too cool. This ain't about being fly. Right now, it's about the safety of our children and our family. And it's getting real out here. We need a black man's presence. I promise you, I know that's what it is. Because they're preying on young girls who are always alone, never know men near nowhere. They're not snatching young girls with two men standing at the bus stop. They're snatching young girls while there's either women standing there or no one standing there. We need a male's presence. Men, I'm pleading with you. I'm pleading with you. I'm pleading with you as a mom. We need a male's presence in these streets right now. These predators are coming after your daughter because they don't see her with a man. They're coming after our nieces because they see them walking alone. Some of these young kids, I see some young kids that I see in the street, and I'm like, they are too young to be walking alone. But guess what? We do what we have to do. But this right now, today, if you have a daughter, if you have a niece, if you have a sister, if you have a mom, if you have anybody in your life that you care for, just start showing up. Just start showing up. Start pulling up to some of these basketball games. Start pulling up to some of these cheerleading games. Start pulling up to some of these football games. These predators are preying in places they do not see a male presence. They're not snatching kids where they know a big man standing next to them just gonna sit there and watch. No. Most of these young women that's getting snatched are getting saved by other women. Other women are risking their lives because they're saying that, like, if this was my daughter, I would want somebody to help my daughter, as we should. But right now, the black man, we holding y'all accountable. Y'all got to get out here in the street. Y'all got to get out here in these forefronts. Y'all got to get out here and make a presence seen to where it's throwing the enemy off. A predator pull up to a school where he used to see a bunch of moms, and all of a sudden he see a bunch of fathers and a bunch of new cars pulled up. Trust me, it's going to freak him out. He's going to bust a U-turn and probably never come back, because it's going to throw him off with somewhere he's been watching and keening his eye on and praying on, all of a sudden just changed on him. If y'all think they're not realizing that the male presence is low, I beg to differ. Men, I'm begging you. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. We need your presence right now. It's real. I'm praying for every single person whose eyes even come across this video, that you and your family be covered from the hand of the enemy and the predator that is out there right now today. The enemy and that spirit of kidnapping that is going on, I pray God keeps a hedge of protection over you and your family. It's real out here. I'm picking up my daughter from the train every day. I don't care if it's 2 steps away. I'm walking.
Hello, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen. How you guys doing? You know, I wanted you guys to see this because this was popped up on Facebook by shout outs to Anwan Gross, who put it up there. And at the top of the post on Facebook, he had it MGTOW and Wall of Silence. That's exactly how he's got it posted on top of his page. And he had this PSA of this sister trying to reach out to brothers to get them to be around. And it was all about, if you listen to her whole video, it was all about taking care of the girls. Just the girls. Never mind the young black boys. They don't need no protection. They don't need to be worried about. They don't need to be discussed. Only problem with that is, in case you guys didn't know, there's a lot of young black boys. It's about as many as young black girls being snatched by these predators, okay? So here's the funny thing about that, though. Because I got to say, shout outs to Anwan Gross for putting this up there. This is exactly what the Wall of Silence looks like. This is what, and here's the funny thing about this. I'm all for people taking care of their own. So you guys just make sure we're clear, okay? Take care of your own family members. Do what you got to do for your own peeps. And I don't think that that's a big deal anyway. That seems like a no-brainer, to be honest with you, even what she said. But the truth of the matter is, real talk, with all the crap that's going on, with all the insistency by modern American black women to be strong, independent, and don't need us, well, this is what it looked like. I don't know how many times I have to keep saying the same thing. This is exactly what it looks like. You guys have talked so much crap and been so dogged against modern American black men, but when the stuff hits the fan, then all of a sudden now you want to come over and talk about, hey, come on, I'm begging you, please, all this stuff, you know, and praying to the Most High God and all this other stuff. But funny thing is, this is part of the judgment of the Most High God. Remember I told you guys, I was like, yo, this is going to come down like this. But you guys think it's a joke. You think it's funny. You think you can talk all the crap you've been talking about. I mean, you just had Lonnie Love talking about how black men, you know what I mean, just don't know how to be faithful in relationships. Just outright, just blanketly, just shot us. You know what I mean? They constantly keep throwing us under the bus, but then at the same time want to turn around and ask us when they're in deep situations to come out and just step out and be, oh, help us, help us, help us. For what? So you guys can keep on dogging us and talk all more crap about us? No, I don't think that's how it's going to work. What it's going to be is, if you ain't part of some dude's family and he don't want to be involved in taking care of you, then that's on him. Okay? But if you're asking brothers in general to go ahead and stick their neck outs for you guys who are ungrateful, like, Brother Muhammad did when he was going in there and broke the windows of the hair salon and nail spot. Really? Or how about the other brothers who stood out there who were picketing and trying to protect black women, and then black women just talked all kinds of dirt about them and just actually told them bye and all that other crap. You know what I mean? Because they ain't going to miss out on themselves, right? You know what I mean? And all those other women who've been talking all this crap about how strong they are. They don't need no men. Men don't protect us. We don't need their protection. No. They've been talking all this crap, right? There's a list. I mean, the list is ridiculous. I'm not going to go over all the list of the stuff that modern American black women said, because many of you guys have heard it already anyway. Okay? But the truth of the matter is, this is what they get. This is what they asked for. This is what they said they were representing. This is what they stood for: being independent, strong, and having no need for no man. Regardless of a black man, it didn't matter. Don't need no man. So, okay, cool, it is. It is what it is. Now you guys are stuck with what you guys have been talking about. You've been speaking this mantra out for a long time. The judgment is coming out from the Most High. It has landed, and now you're going to suffer the consequences for you being all out of your place. You've been out of your place. You've been out of your stance. You've been out of your position. And you're playing out of your position constantly, and you expect us to just what? Overlook it? This is the same thing over and over. You females do this crap. You step out of pocket, and then always you expect us to be Captain Save-A-Hoes, Captain Save Women, Captain whatever, and all this time you guys are representing. Why don't you guys contact your superheroes, huh? Get a hold of your female superheroes that you guys want to keep on talking about and shoving down our throats. We all know this is garbage. Men are the true protective edge. Like I told you guys, and this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Black men, we are the community. We are it. And all we do is pick up our chips and go elsewhere and let the rest die off. That foolishness that they're representing, let it go. Now, can they be forgiven? Yes, they can be forgiven. Will it ever be forgotten? I don't think so. No more. But here's the funny thing about this. This is what it's going to cost you guys. It's going to be very expensive. And we're not going to be looking out. See, I don't have any problems for the brothers looking out for the young boys. Go ahead and look out for those young boys. Watch out. Make sure they don't get snatched. Make sure they don't get harmed. Okay? Protect the boys. Okay? As far as the girls are concerned, if they're not members of your own family, immediate family, or whatever the case may be, hey, go about your business, handle your business, have a nice life. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. Because there's just been too much nonsense that been presented by modern American black women that they have to pay for. It is time for the payment, and the payment is due. You're not running from it. You're not escaping it. And don't look at us no more and ask us to give you and help you out for that, because you've been on this for a long time. You've been co-signing these sisters talking all this crap. You've been watching all these shows and thumbs upping and, clapping with them and supporting them and all this other stuff to talk all this crap about modern American black men. Well, that stuff ends now. It's over with. It's dead. Okay? It's dead. So, like I said before, it's over. It's the wall of silence, yo. Real talk. That's what it's showing up to be. Y'all gonna have to deal with it. You guys have been talking all this stuff. It ain't no turning it back now. At this point, it's not. Modern American black women owe a huge apology to black men. They need to give it, but they can't just give an apology and expect that does it and it's over. Your deeds have to change. Your behavior has to change. Your attitude has to change. All these things, there's so many things that you will have to do. First, you have to do that. then you can come talk. You can't come to the table and talk about nothing, ask nothing, request nothing, any of that, because we have put ourselves on the chopping block too many times for you to end up where we are now. No more. No more. You guys either do what you're supposed to do the way we want it done, or you are not getting our support, period. End of story. And you don't deserve it. So, when you guys get your head out your behinds and realize what needs to be done, and then get to doing that, you might get some support. Until then, WAS it is. 3 words. Wall of silence. Peace. To my brothers and sisters of the dark, you to light, hero Hebrew. High 12, love y'all, shalom, barak, and everyone. Shalom.